I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious salmon burgers with chunky sweet potato fries. It's high in protein and high in omega-3 for heart and brain health, and it's the most delicious thing you're going to eat. Okay, so firstly, I've got some sweet potato here. So I've started cutting them into big chunky wedges. Be careful when you're cutting sweet potato. Make sure you don't cut yourself. But you need a good sharp knife. And making sure just to cut into some nice, generous wedges. They're pretty easy to cook. They take around half an hour to cook. One more. Making sure as well to line it onto a baking tray that's lined with some baking paper. A nice, generous drizzle of olive oil. And also a lovely, generous pinch of flake sea salt. All the way. Now we're going to massage it through. Simple as that, really. These are going to go into a very hot oven, 200 degrees centigrade, for around about half an hour or until they're lovely and golden and crisp. Okay, so I've got some minced salmon here. So what I've actually done is I've got 500 grams of salmon that I've chopped up and I've put it in a food processor. I only just blitzed it ever so slightly so you still get the lovely chunky bits of mince in here. We're going to add some chopped herbs. Now I've got dill, parsley, you can use chives. These are all beautiful herbs that go beautifully well with salmon. And salmon's such a great fish for burgers as well because it stays so moist and so it doesn't dry out in the oven. And they go into the burgers. And be generous with your herbs too. I'm also going to add the zest of a lemon. That's going to add some freshness to the whole dish and make the salmon burgers taste really, really yummy and zesty. Okay, a really nice, generous pinch of sea salt and one large egg. So we're going to crack the egg in and give it a bit of a mix. Now, I like to do this with my hands actually, not with a spoon. That way you're going to get everything in and mixed properly. The burgers and the proteins are starting to combine. Now, once the mince is done, this may sound really weird, but I love using my ice cream scoop to actually make the burgers. This is super life-saving. It portions them up beautifully, right into the panko crumbs, but I just like a nice crispy, crunchy coating. So a couple of spoonfuls of that. And with your hands, form them into nice, beautiful, generous burgers, like so. Look at that, look how beautiful they look. The family's gonna love them. Now these make around 6 to 8 burgers, depending on the size of your ice cream scoop. So it's normally 1 burger per portion, should be enough. But if you're hungry, you can have 2. It's good for you. All right, so I've just got a little bit of olive oil, actually quite a generous amount of olive oil in a pan, and it's just heating up over a medium heat, not too hot. And we're going to cook the salmon burgers just until they're golden brown for around about 2 minutes each side. And then we're going to put them in the oven to finish cooking. You don't want to cook them all the way through the pan, otherwise they'll just dry out too much. Okay, so these are really, really looking beautiful. They're lovely and golden on the outside, but they're still not quite cooked on the inside, which is why I'm going to put them in the oven for another 5 minutes just to finish off. Okay, so the sweet potatoes are in the oven, the salmon burgers are in the oven, and I'm just going to make a quick little iceberg lettuce salad to go with everything and make it light and fresh. So I've got one lovely, gorgeous iceberg lettuce here. I don't want to use the whole one, but I'll probably end up using half of one. So I'm going to chop this up. And this is all going to go into my mixing bowl. We've got a nice, big, generous handful of spring onions. It's going to keep everything lovely and fresh. I'm going to whip up a quick dressing. So for me, it's just a lovely lemon olive oil dressing. I've got the juice of a lemon, my go-to all-time favourite dressing that's going to marry really lovely with the salmon. Some olive oil, salt, and just only a little splash of maple or honey just to sweeten it up a little bit. and not be too acidic. Give it a taste. Yes, delicious. Pour it over. As easy as that, along with a lovely generous sprinkle of feta, which I love, and giving it a nice toss through, just gently caressing everything with your hands. Some gorgeous pickled red onions, and some extra bit of feta on top, and another little generous garnish of spring onions. And that's my lovely, quick and healthy iceberg lettuce salad. Look at this. This looks fabulous. So lovely, beautiful, crispy sweet potato with some lovely salmon burgers and my salad. I'll just show you how lovely it is to plate it up. So I like to serve this as a bit of a sharing plate or a sharing platter for everybody to enjoy. And then the lovely, gorgeous wedges. So everyone's gonna love them and they're beautiful. And just what I've made as well, I've made a gorgeous little avocado mayonnaise. Now the recipe is going to be on the site. This is pretty much avocado with olive oil and some lemon juice and salt blended until lovely and smooth. And this goes beautifully with the sweet potato as well. And just a nice few generous wedges of lemon. Maybe some fresh parsley just for a little bit of zing and green. And there you have it. Salmon burgers with chunky sweet potato and a lush salad. Enjoy.